Hello, everybody. Apologies, but as per stream tradition, I am having a hell of a time. All I wanted to do was play Mass Effect with my controller, like I have for 15 fucking years. But now that I'm trying to get bloody stream ready, it's not gonna let me. Not camera trouble, controller trouble. I am being hit suddenly with the, oh no, you need DS4 Windows to connect a PlayStation 4 or 5 controller to your PC to play this game, a problem I have not had to deal with since the last time I streamed Mass Effect. It's been a while. I do not remember how the fuck DS4 Windows works. It will not register my PS5 controller. I ditched that and brought out the old PS4 controller that is 0% battery. And it's flashing red lights at me, nothing's working. So I guess we're gonna have to play mouse and keyboard, which I really, really don't want to fucking do. But it's that, or we fuck around for the next, fucking 10-15 minutes trying to get it to work. So, I guess we'll make do. I guess. Hi, everybody. Sorry, it's a great start to stream. I do all this fucking prep. I make a new webcam, boundary. I make a new intro stream. I do all this shit, and it all falls the fuck apart because of technical issues. Like always. I love streaming! Can we play as Femshep? I would love nothing more than to play as Femshep. But I also want to bang Tally for the first time. Because I still never managed to complete a male Shep run. So I think if we're gonna play this game again on stream, we might as well have like a goal in mind. And the goal is that hole. We might as well try to make it different, you know what I mean? So we're probably gonna do it, dude Shep. Oh, hello, Dylan. Everyone's coming out the woodwork.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
The goal should be to bang Kai Leng, and by bang, we mean his head against a brick wall. Again, and again, and again, and again.
Secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
Well, I suppose since we're having all the other technical issues so far, how is the audio? Make a new one. Enter new ID. Here we go. Custom.
Please log in to access your
Gonna be Steven Shepherd. Audio's pretty good. Thank you. Thank you.
Warning.
Why is the game called Mass Effect?
Please
the Mass Effect
profile.
is an in-universe
pre-service
physical phenomena, which is what allows for faster than light travel. It is the reduction of an object's mass to pretty much zero in order to break the light barrier. What are we going to do? Spacer, both of your parents were in the Alliance military, your childhood was spent on ships. This is the one where you still get to call your mum, which I always think is cute. So we're probably going to do that.
Confirm psychological profile.
Now, are we going to play as a bit of a dickhead this time around? Because we did, I'm maybe a smidge quiet. My audio should be pretty much the same as it always is. That never changes. It's just whether or not the game audio is too loud.
Confirm military specialization.
Oh, and then let's try. What am I feeling? I did a Sentinel run recently. Actually, I'm still doing it on PS5, halfway through the second game. Vanguard is my usual, and I'm pretty sure that's what we did last time we streamed it. Engineer. Infiltrator. Let's be boring. We're just gonna play Soldier. So I can get the heavy armor. Or what? An Adept. My only worry is, it's fine in games 2 and 3, but in the first game, it really limits you to only being able to use the entire game with a pistol. which I think just for variety's sake is a bit lame. Let's go. Singularity? How was Singularity in the first game? I don't actually remember.
Confirm
I mean, it's
identification.
unfucking stoppable in the later games, so change appearance. And now we got to go through the glorious BioWare face sculpting system, which is never great. We will not be here all day because there's no point. There's no point even trying to look normal. I'm normal now. Oy, 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 oy. Pasty white, never sees the sun, just like me. Incredibly tired, just like me. Thick. So how are we doing anyway? Do a mix of Paragon and Renegade. Oh, of course, of course, of course. We never go full one way or the other. Because, you know, if you want to go full Renegade, you basically alienate everyone in your life and then become miserable and die alone. So you don't want that. Let's just jump to hair. What options do we... What extremely limited options do we have for hair? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no. It's just impossible to make an even semi-normal looking dude. No! No! He's the egg! Do we have completely bald? Like, I'd even want... There we go. How about... No. No, 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 no. Default male is better. Honestly, unironically, it probably is, but I don't want to. Let's give herself some eyebrows, for the love of God. Some thick eyebrows. Ugh. Ah, it's just, there's no getting around it. There's no getting around it. I've seen a lot of suggestions of making their face in Mass Effect 3 and then copying the code back to Mass Effect 1. I get that, but I kind of like to be surprised. I like to kind of see how the later games are going to fix the monstrosity I make in the first one. You know what I mean? It's times like this when you miss FemShep, but, you know, you just gotta kind of close your eyes and say you're doing it for tally. We don't need to scar. We don't need to look like we're trying to be cool. Could you please just look forward, my dude? Thank you. We don't need the fucking... Whoop. Jesus Christ. Sorry for being late. It's got to be male this play. Yeah. Like I say, we've done a whole year's worth of Mass Effect before. Why just repeat the same thing? You know, if we're gonna do it, oh no, if we're gonna do it, we have to at least justify the differences. We've not even touched mouth shape, have we? The tally smooching lips. All right. I don't know. How is this? Will this have to do? It's going to be another year of Mass Effect. We'll see. Can you give him dreads or cornrows? That might be an option. Let's have a look through the hair, honestly. Let's see if there's anything we like more. Not even changed hair color, I've just realized. Don't make him look like Vanilla Ice, for Christ's sake. Oh no, not kissable. There is no kissable Shepard. His hair is so shiny. Will we just go bald? Will we just solve the bad hair problem by just making him bald? Let's try to give him a little bit of vitamin D. I hate this. Ah, no, this brings back memories. Hello. Also, I know a lot of people have kind of joined chat at once. I haven't been individually saying hi to everyone, but just, you know, you are seen. You are welcomed. What is this Lego man here? No Vic. Sims 5 looking funky. You can't Vic this again. I don't want to make like a deliberately awful character, because as I've said before, it just makes me lose interest in the game. Like the joke wears thin and then you've got no investment. Oh, there's your kind of cornrows, I guess. But, yeah. Right, we can't be here all day. I'm just Oh my god!
Confirm.
Fucking hell! This is why I wanted to play with my controller, and not fucking abysmal mouse and keyboard. Fine, we're just gonna go standard. After all that, we're gonna go to standard, Shepard.
Identification confirmed.
The male main characters in Mass Effect have always been fugly. They really have. So we're just gonna play in hardcore. Just hardcore. No insanity this time. I want this on manual. Okay, let's begin. Are you playing on PC? Yeah. I do have it on PS5 as well, but I wanted to play on PC, and I wanted to play with my controller on PC.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
He got most of his unit killed on Torfin.
He gets the job done, no matter what the cost.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
I've never done that. Mass Effect 3 kind of makes them into a frog. Well, it's like rolling the dice. You make your custom character in the first game, and then you just wait to see how the updated engine fixes them. Scott, just curious, do you watch other anime like My Hero Academia and Naruto? Absolutely not. No. I mean, I watch other anime. I don't know what the other is. As opposed to Dragon Ball, I guess, the one thing I'm known for.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
It doesn't have controller support. It doesn't seem to have normal controller support,
Calculating
which I'm really
destination.
annoyed about, because I play a lot of games on PC with my PS5 controller, no issue. So I was just expecting it to be no issue today either, until 5 minutes before stream, and then it goes, oh no, you need DS4 Windows. Which I do have, but I can't get working. I wish this cutscene of Shepard pushing people just went on for
Abort screen.
17 hours. The entire game is just Shepard pushing people. Is that Keith David? That was Keith David.
Hitting the relay.
Stephen has the telltale panic attack. White scare upon seeing an African. Look, it was a jump scare. Game is louder than you are, Steven. Okie dokie.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
I'll have to wait till the cutscene's over to fix that.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Or hold on.
Nihilus gave you a compliment, so you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way
Oh,
out
there
of
we
the
go.
bathroom? That's good. I
Better?
just jumped us halfway across the galaxy.
Or too quiet.
The size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The council helped fund this project. They have a right to send
Call me
someone to
cringe.
keep an
You're
eye on the
cringe.
investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. Only an idiot.
Scott, how did you get into Mass Effect? I got into it by watching Let's Plays of the Mass Effect trilogy by YouTubers I don't know. Too quiet now. You people are never happy. How I got into it? I think I played Dragon Age Origins first. Now, I was aware of Mass Effect. When I saw Dragon Age Origins, which my girlfriend at the time was playing, I was like, oh, this is that game by that other company. And like I was reading the back of the box and everything else. And so like, oh, it's from the creators of this Mass Effect game. So anyway, played Dragon Age, loved it. And so I was like, all right, let's give the other game they're known for a try. And then binged all 3 games in a month.
You always expect the worst.
Well, bad feelings are an occupational hazard. But we don't go anywhere unless there's a good reason, so what are we doing here?
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good.
How's that?
Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Volume
Brace
check.
yourself, sir. I think Nihilus
I've increased it again.
He's
I'm just waiting for
already
a
here, Lieutenant.
for an
Tell
update.
Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
Great. You pissed the captain off, and now I'm going to pay for it.
Don't blame me. The Captain's always in a bad mood.
Sounds alright now.
When he's
Good, good.
talking to you, Joker.
I played Mass Effect first, then 2, then got Origins and Dragon Age 2. I'm not really looking forward to mouse and keyboarding this. I'm so used to controller, you know. And I'm just I'm gonna be like playing a new fucking game. This.
There's something Nihilus isn't telling
Ah!
us about this mission. What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying
Next
on
week we'll
too
fix it.
long,
I'll
will
get
we?
controller
Reaching for
working
some
next
real
week.
action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the
Dr.
infirmary.
Chakras. My beloved.
Only a fool goes looking for a fight, Corporal.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Do your job, follow my orders, and there won't be any problems.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on Torfin. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
This mission isn't about personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do. Don't do anything stupid to mess it up.
Just punch him.
Don't worry, sir.
Shut the
I'm not
fuck
gonna
up.
screw this up.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
New difficulty. PC playthrough on Nightmare. It's only Nightmare difficulty. It's not insanity, you know? Easy peasy. It's also only Mass Effect 1, not Mass Effect 2. That's the real difficulty increase.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I'm a Marine, not some tourist on vacation.
It's more than just a tourist destination, isn't it, Shepard? Eden Prime is a symbol of your people. A perfect little world on the edges of your territory. Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
Are you trying to scare me, Spectre?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard.
Are you trying to scare me, Spectre? Because it's working. I've peed a little in my suit.
Is the Alliance
I don't know where it goes, if I'm honest.
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
How does Shepard piss? No, we're not having this conversation again. I bought Mass Effect on the strength of Knights of the Old Republic, but I played it like Gears of War and missed most of the game first time through. I think a lot of people are guilty of that on many RPGs, we'll say that much. My only real problem with my first time playing Mass Effect 1 was I missed Rex's side quest, and I got him killed. Got him a little bit killed. Other than that, I played it pretty well.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
The original streams of this always have a special place in the cockles of my balls for introducing me to the series. Sitting here, 450 hours of gameplay and 3 platinums later. Wow.
I don't like being kept in the dark, Captain.
This comes down
platinum the original series and then the Legendary Edition?
Strictly on a need-to-know basis.
Legendary Edition PS4 and then PS5? That's what I'm working on.
Some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
A little bit of racism never hurt anyone.
We can handle this on our own.
Unless something goes wrong.
There's more, Shepard.
Look, I'm taking my Shepard through a character arc here, okay? We start off a little bit xenophobic, and then we get an alien girlfriend. Or two.
Since when do we answer to the Spectres?
You're smart enough to know how things work, Commander. The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity
big
wants
stupid
a larger
jellyfish.
role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
I was impressed when I studied the reports from Torfin. A grim business.
Nope, no mods.
Job done.
Well,
that's why I put your name.
Come on, man, I'm dying.
For the Spectres.
Okay, I have one mod installed, and it's this. It was to let me take some starting soon screen images, and also it's tied to my numpad, which is also my my soundboard.
Come on, man, I'm dying.
So there'll be none of that. There'll be no soundboard for now.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I don't like people making decisions about my future.
This isn't about you, Shepard. Humanity needs this.
The irony. I don't like people making decisions about my future. Meanwhile, we in chat are like, "Oh, he's gonna get Vitali.
In charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get.
We're gonna kill the Geth." No, we're not.
Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Control ending.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
Save Rex and cure the Krogan, please. I have to. I can't not do that, you know?
Bring it up on screen.
Like, we might be doing a little bit of a Renegade run, but we're not gonna doom the galaxy just for a bit, you know?
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
Oh no, what could it be? It's just a big ant.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5.
Had a mate at work who, every time we passed each other, said, I would say Rex, and he'd go, Shepard. I miss him. He sounds cool.
Report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
This is Reg from the future. He shags Tally, but we probably already guessed that. Gotta go. Forgot to charge my time portal.
Engaging stealth systems.
How did he know?
Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
I mean, the fun thing is that Tally isn't even an option in the first game, which means we get to fuck around with
What about survivors?
the emotions of Ashley.
The secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
I'm just saying, for the sake of, like, character arc, right? And, like, drama, we should try to pit Liara and Ashley against each other, go with Ashley, and then dump her in the second game to get with Tally. We all on board? We're role-playing a slut.
I don't like putting my life in the hands of a Turian, sir.
Nihilus is on our side. He wants you in the Spectres, and he wants that beacon.
Ready and able, sir.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
Can't wait for Mass Effect 4 and Metal Gear Solid Delta Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Remake. Okay. I thought you were going to romance Ash, but then leave her to die on Vermeer. I mean, that's also an option. There will be other chances to kill Ashley, even if she survives this game. Your idea is evil. Go for it. We should. Right mouse, draw your weapon, G to put it away. Okay.
Don't worry, they're harmless.
Also, shift to take my weapon. That's confusing. How do I sprint? We'll never know, because I'm playing on mouse and keyboard! Okay, space to interact. That's fun. I'll have a quick glance at the controls, just so I have some idea of what I'm doing. Spacebar is use and sprint. That is amazing. J for journal, I for equipment, squad for you. Can I... Nothing's using Q, is it? I'm gonna make... Will unbind order squad to move attack. No. Shit. Alright. We'll make do. Wait, is anything using C? There's another one. C is rally. Ugh. I'm never gonna remember this. Whatever. Hopefully it's only for one stream. He walks like a Fallout character. What, this? I miss Garrus already. Eh.
What happened here?
You know how some actors get knighted? And you have to say OBE after their name? Keith David's so cool, he should be knighted and called... sure. Yeah, I mean, I like him. He's in a lot of stuff. I did the same with Kaden, then my... Then my femship romances Thane. Her love life is strewn with tragedy. Oh my god. Romancing Thane for the drama. For the tragedy. For the heartache. Do it. Brilliant idea. R.I.P. Jenkins. Fuck. The soundboard doesn't work.
Ripped right through his shields. Never had a chance.
Forget about him. His name was Jenkins.
Leave him. We need to finish the mission.
Aye, aye, sir.
I got the red stripe on my helmet. That means I'm the big man. I have a cold exterior, but once you get to know me, I'm actually alright. I'm so lonely. All the other Alliance Marines are afraid of me. Are we really on hardcore difficulty? This is
buildings here, Shepard.
a little too easy.
A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out.
Suspiciously
I'll try to
easy.
catch up with you at the dig site.
Where is my weapon wheel? That's a question. I mean, it says I for equipment, but I don't think that's what that means. Tactics is hold left shift? That's probably it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's completely different on mouse and keyboard. Totally different UI. Fair enough. Poor Jenkins, he only had 30 years left till retirement. It's a small detail, but I like that at the end of Mass Effect 3, not to get into spoilers, Jenkins' name is on the wall of remembrance. Mailship looks like some A-list actor who was once a handsome man, but for no reason gets... I'm trying to crouch, for the love of God. Stick to cover. There we go. Gets plastic surgery, ruining his dashing looks. Also, kill Ashley. Banter, innit? Yeah. Do it for the banter. Ah. Kill steal.
I didn't think I was gonna make it. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
If you romance Thane and dies before Citadel DLC, you get Ghost Thane. I saw it on YouTube. Huh. Janky-ass Mass Effect 1 gameplay. I remember it like yesterday. This is the improved version. Come on. Come on, man. I'm dying here.
I need a status report. Now.
Oh, man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon,
Like Mickey
but we walked into an
Rourke.
ambush.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
You just left the rest of your unit behind to die?
We held our position as long as we could. The Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
That's who you were referencing.
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site...
I know what you mean. He does give that energy. This particular version of Shepard. Very plastic face. But that's also just BioWare, isn't it?
You're coming with us, Williams. We need that beacon.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life.
You know, here's a question. How many people in chat here
a few centuries ago.
haven't played these games before?
Cheap labor, but
Are we all on the same page? Do I need to explain, like, lore or anything to anybody at this point?
Kind of disappeared behind the
Or are we all just enjoying the nostalgia together?
Move out.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
I love how the game has just started and you get a new set of armor, which immediately just ruins your look. Actually, it's not even that much better, is it? Oh, it's light armor, of course. Well, if I wasn't playing the soldier class, I would be tempted to use it, but fuck that. Hideous. I only finished the second game. Just shit, pretending it's a secret agent. Okay. Poke your fucking head out, mate. What actually are my fucking abilities? Naff all. Right. So what I usually do is I send someone in there on a suicide run just to lure the Geth out. Good job. Good job, Caden. You can get up now. There we are.
This is the dig.
Ah! Hello.
The beacon was right here. It must have been.
I am late. You are late.
Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
Let's get moving. Williams, where's the camp?
It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
I only finished the second game.
It's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out.
Like, you mean like played up to the second game or only played the second game? Because that's a bit random. Please recap story in detail. We are Spaceman. John Mass Effect. We are... What the hell is that noise? Never heard that in my life. We are here on this planet. There was a distress beacon. We've arrived and found the planet is under attack. We don't know exactly anything that's going on yet, other than there are robot synthetic enemies who haven't been seen for a couple hundred years, and they're killing all the colonists. That's basically all we know so far.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
Take a drink every time they mention the Reapers.
Oh God, they're still alive.
But that's too long before we get to start drinking, though.
What did the Geth do to them?
Okie dokie. Away. What classes have I played before? Good question. Pretty much everything but engineer, I think, at this point. I don't think I've ever done like an engineer playthrough, because I just think that's, on its surface, just sounds wrong to me. Commander Shepard, greatest soldier in the galaxy. I'm also an engineer. Like, now, get below decks. I'm just saying, like, Georgie would never command a starship, you know. I love O'Brien, but he's never going to be a captain. You get me? Jesus Christ, what is that?
Humans.
Tech zombie.
Hurry, close the door before they come back.
Distress call from Colony. Turns out it's the Borg. Got it. More or less. Played the third game, but never finished it. Legendary Edition is really good, isn't it? I prefer this style of remaster where you tweak a few things over a full-blown remake that changes the vibe. Yeah, it just improves, like, really improves the visuals. Pretty drastically improves the combat. I know it's still, like, not... It's still got a bit of jank, but it's definitely a lot more accessible than the original game.
How did you end up in this shed?
We hid here during the attack. They must have come here for the beacon. Luckily, it wasn't here. It was moved to the spaceport earlier this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to pack up the camp.
Manuel.
When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
The hell's his problem?
What's wrong with your assistant?
That's what I said.
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards
Punch
us?
him. Oh, you know where this is
No
going.
escape? No hope? No.
We are doing a punchy playthrough. Anytime there's an option to punch someone,
Sane one left.
we're going to take
I
it.
gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Say goodnight, Manuel.
You cannot silence the truth. My voice must be heard.
Oh my god! What did you do?
That might have been a little extreme, Commander.
You can't
Shut
just
up,
go
Carth.
around whacking people in the head.
Just a little bump on the head. Let him sleep it off.
I suppose you're right. By the time he wakes up...
Engineer's very fun class to play later. I'm sure it is. I just, the problem is a lot of the classes really improved in games 2 and 3 with all the extra abilities. Like, Mass Effect 3, the class system's, like, pretty damn good. Defenestration! Later. Like the multiplayer. Like, Engineer's a great class to play in multiplayer. I've played it there plenty of times. But in Game 1, it's like, right, you play as a class and you can only use a shotgun. It's like, okay. Great. And also, everything you add to the team is something that Tali can already do. Okay. Why am I here?
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module.
Is it
from a
madness to see the future? Yes.
Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Who knows what secrets are locked inside? Miraculous new technologies? Groundbreaking medical advances? The possibilities are endless.
I love the gameplay in the first game, and second game gunplay just broke when I first tried. It's literally just Gears of War downgraded from a truly unique shooter experience in Mass Effect 1. Like, I get the pros and cons. I like how ammo isn't a thing you have to worry about in the first game. That is something which I do dislike about the later ones. How it kind of you have to go back to picking up little It's not even magazines. It's like
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
Good luck, Commander.
What's it called? Thermal clips. There you go. It's your weapon overheating, and you have to replace the whole magazine to stop your gun melting. Which, if you ask me, is a less efficient way of doing guns than we do in the real world right now. So I don't know. But the actual gunplay itself, I'm not gonna jerk off the nostalgia too much. I think the gunplay in vanilla Mass Effect 1 is not very good. I like it fine because I'm used to it, but the fact that so many of my friends have tried to play that game and could not get over the gunplay tells me
what are you doing
it's
here?
better off now. It's better off in this version.
Thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Literally lost time in Hero Forge.
Worry.
No problem.
I've got it under control.
Oh no! I'm starting to think that guy is not trustworthy.
What is that? Off in the distance.
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
It's a very big ship. 'Tis indeed. I'm sure that'll never be a problem. Goodbye, Magic Man. Ha! Yeah, run away. Pressed the wrong fucking button. Turns out there is a console. On this PC version. I wonder if there's no clock. So, the tech zombies, for those who don't know, were formerly the colonists. They've been shoved on these spikes and converted. They're certainly not flying half a ship, that's for sure. They also really failed to communicate the scale of the Reapers in this. Oh. Fuck. Oh, I hate this. This is so jank.
Everybody stay
mouse and
calm
keyboard,
out
I mean.
there. We're coming out. We're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
I remember the defenestration scene so vividly because I joined your streams during Mass Effect 2 and Patreon not soon after. So it would have been around that time, I reckon. Fuck, I love the multiplayer. Even Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer is pretty good. Never got a chance to play it, but I reckon if it was the same as Mass Effect 3's, it'll be pretty good.
Nobody moves a muscle until we know who you are.
Nice going, Cole. I told you we should have stayed hidden.
It's okay. We're all on the same side here. We're just farmers. We've been hiding ever since that ship first showed up.
That woman is bald.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
Okie dokie.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
What stuff? Give me the stuff.
If there's something you're not telling me.
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
You greedy bastard. You weren't running for your life. You were running to check on your merchandise.
No, it's not like that. I just knew there were some packages here, something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get...
From what I remember, from the lore, they reverse engineer Geth Tech because it's stronger. And that's why they have thermal clips.
Hand it over and I'll be on my way.
I mean, I know there's any number of justifications you can make for why they changed the ammo system in the second game, but it doesn't change the fact that I don't like the ammo system change. You know what I mean? They drove Teslas and stayed on Twitter too long. Yep, that's what happens. You become a tech zombie. In Mass Effect 1, you build your own combat rhythm. In Mass Effect 2, it's just bland trash. They couldn't even make a hybrid system like in Helldiver's Energy. I don't know. I think you're being overly critical of it personally, but can't account for taste.
A Turian? You know him?
I believe you would love the Gears of War games if you played them, Steve. You got the HD Beard seal of approval. I believe you. I've just never had the opportunity.
Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
What are you doing sneaking around back there?
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures.
Have you seen Dragon Ball fan animation?
My name's
I have
Hal.
not, because I don't
saw what
watch
happened
Dragon
with
Ball
that
fan
Turian.
animations as a
The other
rule.
one shot him.
Apologies.
What the hell are you talking about?
There were two Turians here. Your friend and another one he called Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Where'd Saren go after he killed Nihilus?
He jumped on the cargo train and headed over to the other platform. Probably going after the beacon. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
You're obsessed with these crates. What are you hiding?
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance.
This guy always looks so sad. I mean, he has seen everyone he's ever known and loved killed.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Darth Nihilus, the Planet Eater? Yes.
I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't
He's
find
dead. He got shot in the back.
You survived because you're lazy?
Wow, that companion is literally just Karth Onasi, famed Republic soldier and pilot, veteran of the Mandalorian Wars, where he fought for the Galactic Republic and became a legendary figure. It's just Karth. Karth is Caden, Caden is Karth. He is the first companion you get. He is bland human man. He is soldier marine bloke. It's the same.
You ditch work. Then you cower back here and do nothing while the Geth butcher everyone else.
I don't even have a gun. What was I supposed to do? Run out there and die?
Yes.
I couldn't save them. Nobody could. It was horrible.
I've heard enough.
We
You
need to
make
find
me
that beacon
sick.
before it's too late.
I'd kill you myself, but you're a waste of my infinite ammo supply.
I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
Plague is a total dickhead. So, Steven, which is your favorite, Mass Effect or Star Wars? Mass Effect, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of hard to compare the two. Like, for me, I know there's, like, comics and there's books, and I've read some of those books. Yada, yada, yada. But for me, Mass Effect is 3 games. It's 3 games that I love very much. Star Wars is a whole-ass thing. It's a whole-ass brand, you know? You got the movies, of which I have varying opinions, depending on the film by film. You got TV shows, you got games, you got Lego, you got everything. So it's like, which do you like more? I don't know. There's no Mass Effect Lego. So, although there should be. Holding space to sprint, it's just wrong. Come on, poke your head out. Karth, go lure them out. With your fleshy body. Your weak organic frame. Here we are. So which do you think is better, Star Trek or Mass Effect? I'm still gonna take Mass Effect. No offense to... my beloved DS9 and its spin-off shows. Oh, I have grenades, and I have no idea how I use them. Oh. I miss my controller. H, of course. Right. H for grenades. Yeah, obviously. Did I just see someone fall off the train? I was looking at chat for a second.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony.
H for hand grenade.
We're here.
Could someone actually go back? I'm pretty sure I just saw someone fall off the train. I don't know if it was me or Caden or... No, not the franchise. The world. Like the universe. Ah. Mass Effect. I don't know. I just, yeah. It's why I like this game so much. Part of it, anyway. The universe. The races. Civilizations, whatever you want to say.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
I mean, there is a lot of Star Trek DNA in Mass Effect, don't get me wrong, and that's like not a secret. But of course they have the benefit, you know, being a video game, of not just being a bunch of human actors with things plastered onto their face when it comes to making their different species. You don't got time for this shit. We gotta disarm these bombs that are positioned around this one location and are apparently going to destroy the entire colony. Don't exactly know how that works, but it's a good thing they put all these bombs in this one train station. If they, like, I don't know, put them in, say, another building over there or something, we'd be fucked. Yes, they just ain't that smart. I'm more of a Battlestar Galactica and the Expanse person myself. Actually, the Expanse reminds me a lot of Mass Effect. I have been wanting to get into that. The Expanse is a book series first, or I'm maybe thinking of something else. There was a book series recently turned show. Last one. Mass Effect, in a way, is a more extreme Star Trek. A more chuddy Star Trek? I don't know. I'll say it. I like both. I do feel a little bit annoyed. I can only apologize for my kind of amateurish Elon Musk-esque gameplay skills. If I had my controller, I'd be a lot more, I don't know, swapping to weapons and abilities much faster. None of this like, oh, what button am I supposed to press? For it. Drink. I have the Battlestar Galactica Blu-ray box set. Is it any good? Haven't seen it. I've never seen it either. Universes only work for me when you catch glimpses of them. When you explain every single bit of lore, they cease being intriguing and reveal how limited in scope they actually are. I get that. The amount of franchises that have, or like universes that have been demystified for me when you over-explain. I mean, an example there, I was talking about it just a couple streams ago. No spoilers, but Dragon Age the Veilguard, I came to like the game a bit more once I actually finished it, but something that did bother me in the days afterwards, as I was thinking about it, was how it really shrunk the scope of the Dragon Age universe for me. by over-explaining a lot of stuff. You know, if you know, you know. Yeah, that's a recent example of this happening. You could say Mass Effect 3 has this problem as well. At least with regards to the Reapers. But hey-ho. To get the real Elon Musk experience, you need to have the camera pointed up at your chin in the most unflattering angle, and I also need you guys to be telling me that I'm going to die alone. If I really want the experience, I need all you people to fucking hate me. I guess we're halfway there. Good. Are you doing a perfect playthrough, or are you going to be putting your own twist on it? Well, we've already played through the game a couple of years back, and we did like a full playthrough, a sort of maxed out, tried to like keep everyone alive and blah blah blah. So, I might do some intentional curveballs here and there. I might let the odd character die here and there. We'll see. I'm by no means doing a 100% completionist run. We're doing a dickhead run. I've already explained that. Also, while we're at it, we do not need to have our helmet on all the time, do we? Which can be changed somewhere. Here we are. Yeah, we'll deal with all that later. Normally, I hate bullying of all kinds, but Elon is a cunt who ruins people's lives.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology.
Kai Lang is a cunt and deserves to be bullied.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
Ashley is a
Something must
cunt
have
and deserves to be bullied.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Ashley deserves to be left on a planet to die alone. Oh look, it's every male protagonist from 2009 to 2011. This was 2008 or 7?
No, don't touch it. Too dangerous.
Sorry, I just got a message from Dylan. Is he still there? How you doing? Sorry, I just got a photo. Dylan's kid is watching the stream. He's been enthralled for the last half hour. I just got a photo sent. I take Kai Lang. Oh my god, you should not be letting him watch it. I just called like 3 different characters the C slur.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain
What the
Anderson.
heck, Beard?
They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
You should be watching Bluey like a proper man. They usually are whenever I'm visiting. Bluey's pretty much on 24/7. Also, Deanna Troi, speaking of Star Trek.
Must be eliminated.
Also, Cleavage, speaking of Star Trek. Hey, Liara's mom.
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
It's fine. Don't worry. Don't have to self-censor. Dr. Chocolates. Oh, I'd gobble her up like chocolates.
How did I end up here? How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault.
Oh, no.
I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You stupid bitch.
I
I ought to slap you about.
People, Williams. You endangered our entire mission.
Yeah, look at that sad face. Soak it in.
We have no idea if that's what actually set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe.
Damn shame she ain't a romance option.
The lieutenant and I
say
carried
it.
you back here to the ship.
I've grown to hate Male Shepherd, his weird face and his AI video SD voice. There's a reason I've never been able to do a complete playthrough. I've managed to get through like the first game a couple times, and I always get about halfway through game 2, and then it fizzles out. I just like Jennifer Hale's voice acting more. I do think now it's a good thing that we're doing a Dude Ship playthrough as a dickhead, because I do think he does Renegade Ship better.
What's the damage, Doctor?
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves.
What the hell did you call me?
I noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with
I've just realized this version of Shepard and Rico, they would get along so well. I detected some abnormal beta waves. What the hell did you call me?
Destruction. Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to
Shepard's brain has become Swiss cheese.
Oh, Captain Anderson.
He's just brain damaged from this point out.
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that.
Mark's voice acting gets a lot better as the games go on. Plus, so did the facial animation. Some of his lines in Mass Effect 3 hit like a truck. I'll believe that, because it's the same for Jennifer Hale as well. I have to admit, Hale's voice acting in the first game, it's pretty flat as well. I do think that both of them are kind of just reading the lines, because there's like a billion lines to get through. And it wasn't a massive budget game the first time round, I don't think. You know, it became more of a flagship series for EA by the third game, but you know.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
Why so blue, Liara?
Outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody
Not
could
there
have
yet.
predicted this.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
That's a mistake. You know what those women are like. With their time of the month and feelings.
I don't want her on my ship.
I'm the captain of this ship, Commander, and I want Williams on our crew.
Damn it.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad.
Alright, I'm starting to enjoy playing as this character. I'm just intentionally making him a piece of shit. Alright.
The Geth would have wiped out the whole colony if I hadn't stopped them.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue?
I thought you had trouble being bad in playthroughs. I usually do. The only reason I'm having a bit of fun here is, one, I'm giddy because we're starting a new stream. Two, I know it's not going to be like this all the way through. Like I've said, we're going through a character arc. We have to start him off as a closed-minded dumbass, and then he will eventually learn the power of friendship and save the universe. So, you know, one step at a time. Also, we're not going to do anything that bad. We are a dumb fuck, but we're not going to, like, go out of our way to genocide any particular species or anything like that, if you know what I mean. That's what I have trouble with. It's like, you're going to do an evil playthrough, which means you do all the evil choices, but all those evil choices just cut you off from content, or, like, you know, shut down character companions or quest lines and stuff because you've just nuked Megaton, for example. You know what I mean? That's the shit I hate.
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
They didn't know this series would do so well.
I saw synthetics.
The first game you saw it in the shop every time you walked past, but I'm glad I did play the second game because I really loved it.
We need to report
this. This is a good series.
They'll think I'm crazy.
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology, blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction, whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
When have they ever done anything for humanity?
If we expose Saren as a traitor, the Council will revoke his Spectre status. I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience.
What if it was just a Prothean porn stash, Captain? What then?
We should be getting close.
And how do we get it back?
Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Alrighty. Let's go sprinting around the ship. Like an over-energized child. How you doing, ma'am?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I need to ask you a personal question.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school.
He got scared.
Earth always seemed
Changed the
boring
subject.
to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined.
What are you trying to say?
But humanity needs
that I'm not a tough soldier? I got a sensitive soul.
Through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
See you later, Mom. I mean, Mom. How you doing, kid?
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Weird to think that Javik is just napping back on Eden Prime while all that shit was going down. Spoilers, but yeah.
After what happened to Jenkins, the crew could use some good news. They'll be glad to hear you're okay.
Why are you still here?
You're not assigned to this ship.
Captain Anderson had me transferred to his command. Must have figured I knew what I was doing.
You have a problem with me, Chief?
You questioned my competence through the entire mission.
Best way to stop that is to show me you're competent. But I don't remember inviting you to come back to the ship with us.
Sheesh.
You didn't. Captain Anderson did.
We'll bang later, okay?
I need to go speak with you.
Goodbye, Commander.
There we go. We deliberately started on the wrong foot. For the drama. Also, it'll be very funny when you get to the third game and she tries to kill us. It could happen. So it's been a bit hard to follow from the kitchen while I was making food, but the Protheans are just like the template from Star Trek, or am I wrong? I don't know what you mean by the template from Star Trek. The Protheans, probably. The Protheans are your standard sci-fi progenitor species trope. Like ancient civilization that are gone now, but their technology, their ruins, that we and the other, current species in the galaxy have found and kind of, all the big wonders of the galaxy, the mass relays, the Citadel, where we're going to be going in a second, was all, supposedly, built by the Protheans, and we just found it. But they were all gone now, disappeared mysteriously 50,000 years ago. So yeah, the Prothean beacon that we were all fighting for on Eden Prime there, The last time humanity found something like that was on Mars, like 40 years ago, and it was the reason we were able to get out the solar system. Essentially, it jump-started our civilization like 2 centuries. That's just how Shepard flirts. True. As the Dwemer in Skyrim, all gone, but the tech is still there. Yeah, I guess similar idea. It's in like so many sci-fi stories. It's literally a trope for a reason.
Into the Citadel. See that taxpayer?
It's the Rakatans from KOTOR. I always forget because there's 2 different species in Star Wars. There's the Asajj Ventress species, and there's the horrible fish empire species, and they both got very similar names. But you know the one I'm trying to say. The Starforged ones. Forerunners. There we are. That's the better term I was looking for. Everyone is so horny in this universe. Sometimes. That's why we're here.
Flagship of the Citadel fleet.
That's why I'm here.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Also, very, very
Look at that monster. It's
much prettier cutscene in Legendary Edition.
in the Alliance fleet.
The cutscenes are much better looking, actually. They've been touched up really
Citadel
well.
Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Ah, yeah, it's not exactly like the template then. Because there's no like genetic connection between all the species in Mass Effect. It's not like we all came from one common ancestor. It's just our technologically we all came from a common ancestor, but we all got there kind of our own way, you know.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
Top 10 NPCs right here.
Happy about it.
The Ambassador Udina. Everyone loves Ambassador Udina.
I'm not gonna sit on my ass just because the Council doesn't want to do anything. If they won't stop Saren, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not
We lost the Amulet of Kings, Captain.
The CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain.
He said the line.
Before the hearing. Shepard,
come
you
with
and the
me,
others can
Captain.
meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Politics stream. The Citadel is one of the best sci-fi locations ever. Such a simple idea, well executed. What Coruscant should have been? Yeah, it's pretty good. I can't remember what's the story? It's an Isaac Asimov story where there's the big cylinder in space. It's kind of based on that. Actually, it's very big. Sorry, it's been a while since I kind of heard that story. But it's like big, giant, artificial like cylinder in space, which the inside, kind of like the Halo rings as well, like an artificial planet inside. And it's about a bunch of explorers that kind of just find it and look around, and it's deserted.
Welcome to the Presidio.
It's pretty much like what this was when it was first discovered by the Asari. Kind of just ready-made for people for habitation. I call for a vote of no confidence in Ambassador Udina. Yeah. Have you leveled up your skills yet? I don't need to yet, but I will. I know when combat will start again.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place
Anyway,
is
speaking of which, I'm just wandering around now. We should go check in on our neighbors, actually. Sorry, that was the human ambassador office. We should go chat to the dudes next door. Who is that big gorilla man? Ah! Let's find out. Hello?
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why are you talking like that? You're some kind of alien freak.
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Tell me about your species.
Tell me more about your species.
That's what I said.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about your culture.
I'd like to know more about the culture.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere.
See, he can be polite when he has no other choice.
Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Oh my god, the little guy. We'll speak to him as well. They're so cute. I love the Elcar. I mean, there's a reason we never get a companion, because they did not program a walking animation for them. It's the honest-to-God answer. We never see them walk. Outside of, like, cutscenes. But there's no in-game walking animation. So apparently, an Elcor love interest. Now, there's an idea. In battle, they're supposed to have a big cannon mounted on their backs, but again, we never get to see. You know what? Actually, we'll do that when we get to Mass Effect 3. I need to mod in the improved ending mod, which will add things like Battle Elcor. We should do that. They're very autistic coded. Yeah. I like the idea. It's because their vocal range is so limited. They have to add things like enthusiastically, hello stream, how are we today? Remember to like and subscribe. Insincerely. We'll see you again next week. Parasocially. How are you all doing? You know, that kind of shit.
Clan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
Oh. You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. we still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
I'll leave you be.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Can I push you over, Ambassador? Can I roll you down the stairs like a big balloon? Can I make you my ship mascot? Just asking.
Welcome to the Presidio.
You know, intercultural exchange. You know how it is. Volas and Elcor are so fun species. The Elcor are not playable, but the Volas you can play in Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. They're like the highest, I think they're like the highest rarity of Adept. So they have the Space Magic class. That's fucking great. I'm pretty sure they walk in one of the... I think you might see them pacing about on the Citadel a little bit in Mass Effect 3, but I don't remember exactly. I can visualize it in my head, but I don't remember exactly. Right, I think we're just heading straight for the council chambers just now. I'll just check rather than waste an elevator ride, you know. Oh, let's have a look.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
What's the deal with these little freaks?
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
Are you real? Can I touch you? Are you a ghost?
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium. I apologize if you found my service unsatisfactory.
I need to ask you about the little bug man.
To the Citadel tourist and visitor. Please do not.
There we go.
Welcome. To your left is one of the keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see keepers involved in various tasks.
Oh no, it's ChatGPT basically.
We ask that you do not interfere.
So, important lore point.
The keepers are essential to the smooth.
This is not an AI,
obstructing their
not a proper artificial intelligence. It is a VI, which means it basically is just ChatGPT. Because artificial intelligence in this universe is very, very illegal. Because the last time a species almost made a proper artificial intelligence, it created the Geth.
I'd like to know more about the Keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station. Citadel regulations protect the Keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina.
So we know nothing about them. They're just little bug men who live on the Citadel, that don't talk to anyone. They just seem to go around fixing broken panels, conducting maintenance, that sort of thing. And nobody's bothered to look into it in like 1,000 years. Or 800 years, or however long it's been.
The council isn't going to ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador.
I will never not be disappointed that the Solarians never got more characters in Mass Effect 3 Multiplayer. They got some, at least, right? Not maybe only like one or two, but as long as they got something. A very underappreciated species. What are you laughing at?
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall.
Stall, Council. Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
It's John Mass Effect.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Well, you fucked that up.
Sounds like you came up empty.
Saren's a Spectre. Most of his activities are classified. I couldn't find anything solid. But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
You don't want to keep the Council waiting.
Okay. Garrus! Yeah, best boy. You got something on your hair. I think a seagull's. Never mind. Maybe a flock of seagulls. I want to go to this place and have a hot chocolate. The trees, the fountains, the elevators. The place looks nice. Yeah, we are in the nice part of the Citadel. The whole station isn't quite this fancy-pantsy. Only the Presidium. I'm a little lost. What is a Spectre? Like a Jedi? A Spectre is basically CIA. I don't know. It's special forces. A soldier who what did I say? Respond to that. I've just forgotten how to use the English language suddenly. I apologize. They are a soldier granted special privileges, their own kind of ship, and legal clearance to basically go about their missions however the fuck they want. They basically have that one bit from Parks and Recreation where it's like, don't worry, I have a permit, and it just says I can do what I want. They're just that, which sounds like a really bad idea. Complete lack of oversight for somebody with lots of guns.
The Geth attack is a matter of
What can I
some
say?
concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
We're basically following a rogue James Bond.
Turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
Garrus and Rex are my top 5 favorite characters in Mass Effect. Yeah, absolutely. They are S-tier companions for me.
You're the one who destroyed the beacon. Then you tried to cover it up.
Shift the blame to cover your own failures. Just like Captain Anderson. He's taught you well.
Oh, hello, Phil.
But what can you expect from a human?
You can expect me to kill you the next time we meet.
Your species needs to learn its place.
We're in basically a court hearing, Shepard.
Not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say
Threatening
that.
murder.
That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
Who's the Mordok people with the concave chests? Chameleon blokes. They are Solarians. Wait, concave. Yeah, concave. The one with the nasally voice.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
Frogs! They are
The
amphibians,
Council
I
has
believe.
found no evidence of any connection between Saren and
I wonder why this meeting is being held in a public place and not some kind of room. Well, this is supposed to be the council chambers, this whole part of the
This
Citadel.
meeting is adjourned.
It's a bit roomy though, and there are just like people wandering around, so I guess they're allowed to be here.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Hold up. How do you know Saren? How do you have history? You never mentioned this.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on
You'll have to read it in the novel.
Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like.
If you want to learn my history with Saren, buy my autobiography. Mass Effect Revelation by Drew Krepperson. On the edge of colonized space, ship commander and Alliance war hero David Anderson investigates the remains of a top-secret military research station. Smoking ruins littered with bodies and unanswered questions. Who attacked this post, and for what purpose? And where is Kaylee Sanders, the young scientist who mysteriously vanished from the base hours before her colleagues were slaughtered? Anyway, he's gonna team up with this guy on the front cover now. Isn't he not suspicious? It turns out he's pretty bad. He's kind of a bad guy.
We need to deal with Saren ourselves.
As a Spectre,
He and Saren were roommates. Basically, that's the
we
long and
need to
short of it.
find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the executor.
That's right. He was
The
asking
Council,
one
the
more
most
time to
useless
finish his
people in the
report.
galaxy.
Seems
I
like
mean,
he's close to finding something on Saren.
lore accurate, biblically accurate politicians.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us.
I had a
track Garrus
cunt
down.
in C-Sec.
His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
Here we go.
The ambassador's right.
Go stick up for the captain there.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Anderson is a strange-looking man. Lily, you can't just say that about every black man you see.
It's a dingy little club in the lower section.
No, it's BioWare face. The head shapes are a bit weird sometimes. I mean, you weren't here when we were trying to make our own character. We were attempting a bit of custom, custom face sculpting. It didn't.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives.
The council went to the Dana Scully school of ignoring what's in front of your face. Yeah. Alright, I'll leave you to it.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over.
I'll leave you to it. About Harkin, you'd think the Alliance would vet candidates with the greatest of scrutiny for the first humans to join CSEC. I guess you'd think. Well, I don't know if he... So humans have been around for a few decades now. So the idea of there being some CSEC employees who are humans, it's not like that crazy.
Not enough data yet.
Actually, if I remember right, they go out of their way to hire cops from like major cities, like New York and Shanghai and this sort of thing, because obviously the Citadel itself is like 6 Manhattans. Basically, I think each arm of the Citadel is about the size of Manhattan Island. So, you know, people who are used to doing dingy cop work in big cities.
I wonder if it knows what I'm doing.
And as we know, all cops are upright citizens with no issues.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the keep...
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
Just tell me what you're doing. I'm not here to get you into trouble.
All right. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far, I've had mixed results.
Side
Quite
quest,
difficult to get near
side
the
quest.
creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically, we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard, with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. Activate it each time.
Yeah.
I'll even send a few
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Long story short, we have to scan, like, is it 40? I don't know, it's like 30 or 40 of these guys scattered around the Citadel. So, just gotta pick that quest up as early into the game as you can. And then you just kind of, tick them off as you go. There's another couple up here before we leave. There we go. And I'd like to think that by now, on my, what am I on, 13th or 14th playthrough of this game, I can kind of remember where they all are, pretty much, first pass. So we'll see. Easy money, that too. Who keeps the keepers? They keep to themselves. Alright then, keep your secrets. I wonder, being as Solarians have different skin tones, I wonder what Solarian racism is. I don't know. I mean, we know there's Asari racism.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the council for years.
We know the Asari are a bit bigoted against purebloods. Kind of in a reverse Harry Potter, I suppose. Because Asari reproduce in wacky space magic ways. In that they basically, they don't actually reproduce, actually. They kind of just, like, take the genetic makeup of both parents and then use it to, like, RNG the genetic code for the offspring. And so ever since kind of going out into the universe and finding that, oh, there are other sentient species out there, it's become, like, common cultural practice for the Asari to breed with other races to sort of introduce new sort of genetic factors. A bit more of a gene pool, I suppose, to use a kind of more biological term. But, of course, Asari can still breed, you know, with an Asari mother and Asari father. Kind of, they're a all-female monogendered species, so these terms are just kind of us. Our way of understanding it. And yeah, they're looked on as not very fondly these days, because it's normal now to have an Asari mother and some other species as the father.
Please do not disturb.
Had a look on the wiki. The Elcor homeworld has 4 times Earth gravity, which means on the Citadel they must be having a great time gliding around, skipping up. Yeah, basically. That's why they're so. That's why they're quadrupedal and so bulky. Have you also, my name is Stephen, not Scott, just to be clear. It's been a long time since we've had to have that conversation with someone. Have you played the Ratchet & Clank games? I have played, like, I don't know, a third or half of the original game on the PS2. And that's about it, I'm afraid. Do Asari ex-offspring look different? No, they do not, because that's the thing. They are all still Asari. It is just there is a certain, like, randomization of the genes. Not taken, like, directly from the other parent, but it's weird. It's nonsense. It's more, they do like a Vulcan mind meld, and then that's how they get knocked up. But you know what? In universe, it has led to some conspiracy theories around the Asari. The fact that, unlike other races don't interbreed, but the fact that the Asari are, like, going around picking up partners for around the galaxy, and yet they only ever produce, like, fully Asari offspring. It's just, to some people, it's a little bit like, are you trying to take over the galaxy? You know what I mean? Also, they live for 1,000 years, and they basically, like, control the government. They are, like, I guess the Turians have the main military force of the galaxy, but the Asari are like the power brokers, the political heads of the Citadel and everything else. Did you have a conversation about sweaters with one of the jellyfish? Sweaters? I know that gets brought up in a drunk grunt in Mass Effect 3, but...
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses...
Also...
The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions,
I'll wait for
Several
this first.
embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the council.
Yeah, I just wanted to add another little element to the fun Asari paranoia is the fact that this gets brought up in a little side thing in Mass Effect 2. Because the Asari are all like, they've got their wacky woo psychic powers, it's entirely possible that they are manipulating how we perceive them. Because like to us, they are just blue human ladies, right? And so to like us, a human perspective, we see a blue human lady, and you know, they're very, minus the horrible tentacle heads, they're pretty like attractive and blah blah blah. But to the Turians, they think they look like Turians. You know, they've got the head frills, that's where they focus on. To the Solarians, they look like Solarians. So we don't know for sure that they actually look like how they look, if you know what I mean. They're manipulating our brains. What do you mean minus the tentacles?
What were the Rachni Wars?
Anyway.
Nearly 2,200 years ago, explorers seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back.
I sure hope you rewarded them for
Krogan
saving the
then
galaxy.
pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
Was it really necessary to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
So, tell me about these Krogan rebellions that happened afterwards.
Tell me more about the Krogan.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to... Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
You needed the Krogan to stop the Rachni, then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's gonna stop the Turians?
I am sorry, but that question is beyond my
yeah.
programming parameters.
I just wanted to work our way up to that.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
They're putting psionics into the atmosphere that turn the Asari attractive. Yeah, basically. So the Asari might actually look like orcs or Bernard Manning. Sure. Anyway, shall we just go find Garrett? I gotta be honest, I do need to wrap up stream soon because wife needs pickup. So 15 minutes or so, and then we gotta go. It's like if you ask ChatGPT if abortion is right or wrong, it just shuts down. A value judgment like that goes beyond my programming. Please consult your church. Yeah, I don't know who said it earlier in chat. I never read it out, but for the super special marine man, Shepard has shite stamina. He can sprint for a couple of seconds, then he's like, "Oh, I'm tired now. Oh." Level up. Look out for our boy Rex. We'll get him. We'll get him. Steven, wouldn't it be cool if there was a Ratchet and Clank crossover with Mass Effect? A value judgment of that kind goes beyond my programming. Please consult Insomniac Games. Hello.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very...
Don't believe the rumors. The consort would never reveal her secrets.
I don't care.
Of course she wouldn't. She'd be tossed up the nearest airlock if she did.
It's a whole quest line I'm just not going to bother with. I'll do it off stream. Fuck it. While we're here. Oh. The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. My fellow biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us, fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Come, join us in the Hawking ETA cluster. ETA cluster, I've always read it as ETA, I don't know why. Only one of us, only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. That's very funny because, like, biotics are not discriminated against at all. Yeah, this is a whole side quest about, like, a colony of biotics who are trying to separate themselves from humanity, but it's like, hold on, we can literally play as a biotic super soldier. Half of our party have biotics. It's not that big of a deal. You're persecuting yourself. Biotic is space magic. I don't think I can do it right now. Caden's a biotic. Go on, do some space magic. There you go. You show that wall who's boss. Shepard is the kind of guy to eat nothing but an all-meat diet, including Elcor ass. Oh, here's a fun little encounter.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
What are you doing?
Are you allowed to preach here in the Presidium?
The words this unworthy one speaks are merely observations of the truth. The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved.
Well, I want to ask, what are...
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
I'll keep working on it.
Oh,
This
I want
one
to ask
will
what the
continue to
Enkindlers
spread its
are.
message.
I want to be preached at.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Are there laws being broken here?
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
Why don't you just arrest the Hanar?
I could arrest the Jelly, but my superior has requested that I find a solution that does not anger the Hanar.
The big stupid
The
jellyfish.
Hanar become vocal when they feel their religious beliefs are being suppressed.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with
Hanar, Elcor, and Volus. 3 best alien species ever. Yeah. And 3 which we never get companions of.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
The CSEC officer is just doing his job. You're causing trouble.
Get out of here.
This one is too humble to suggest that the CSEC officer is personally biased. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
Oh, for...
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
This one will continue to spread its message.
We gotta be more of a dickhead before we can dickhead his way out here. We gotta get the renegade voice option to persuade him. I'm not buying his permit for him. Fuck that. How the hell do you handcuff a Hanar? With great effort.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents
I headcanon that the Asari do look like what we see them in the games, and the Asari use their mind powers on other races to get mates, and the humans are immune. Oh, no, that's just some human bias there.
have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
All these other aliens are too stupid. I could never be fooled, because I'm a human. Nah. I bet they're freaks. I bet they've got, like, mandibles. Horrible bug monsters.
You think we'll find him down here?
He always stops in for a few games of Quasar before he makes his drop.
Fist is gonna be pissed if we take down
Zip tie the legs. Yeah. I wonder how jelly the jellyfish are. I wonder if, like, the, would a zip tie just go through? That's kind of what I'm wondering.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindler...
Oh, we can skip. So we never got to ask, but the Enkindlers are probably the Protheans. And they are, according to Hanar religion, the ones who gave them the power of speech and sentience. So it is entirely possible, I guess, that the Hanar are just a genetic experimentation of the Protheans? Like, they just took a bunch of jellyfish and, like... Wouldn't it be mad funny if we gave this jellyfish sentience? Go on, do it. It'd be mad funny. The Protheans were kind of dicks and all. Let's have a little gander. Let's have a little look out the window to end stream. They're like the Institute of the Mass Effect universe. Why did we make synth gorillas?
That your professional opinion, sir?
This isn't a station. It's a city.
There must be millions here. It can't be possible to track everyone coming and going.
This makes Jump Zero look like a porta-john, and it's the largest deep space station the Alliance has.
Jump Zero is big, but this is a whole nother scale. Look at the ward arms. How do they keep all that mass from flying apart?
The council represents more races than I thought. No wonder they're careful with newcomers.
He's starting to learn.
Everything running. It has to be hard keeping all these cultures working together.
Or maybe they just don't like humans.
All right, secure the chatter. We're all FNGs here, but we don't need to make it obvious.
Aye, aye, Commander.
What is an FNG? Foreigner? FNG? I'm just wondering what that means. What's the context? I mean, the context is obvious. We're all outsiders, but we don't need to make it look... We're all tourists here, but we don't need to make it look obvious. That's why you don't walk around with your camera if you're on holiday. Fun you guy. Is that what it stands for? I like that.
Commander Shepard? Excuse me, Commander Shepard!
Fucking you guys. Yeah, okay, I got you.
I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places...
Your dress is ridiculous.
I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
No promises. But if I find anything relating to your case, I'll inform you.
Thank you, Commander.
Every time Ashley talks, I just want to put duct tape on her mouth. Ooh, kinky. Imagine its skin secretes an acidic mucus, and that's why you can't cuff them. They just melt through. Oh. This was the dress my mother was wearing when she was shot by a railgun several times. And for some reason, I kept it. It keeps me comfort. Foreign non-gradient? Yeah.
You should be careful when you say that around. What?
Can we not dance? I could... Thing is, I was watching Phil stream this a while back, and I was trying to get him to dance on the floor here, and I could have sworn there was like a little interactable, like here or something, and Shepard would do his horrible little dad dance, but I don't know. Either this is just a Mandela effect, or the Legendary Edition broke it.
Hey, good to see another human.
I don't know. I don't know. I have no Ashley kinks. I purely want her to shut the fuck up. That's fair.
I'll see if I can talk some sense into the next time I see her.
Anyway, I'm going to be ending stream there because we're kind of like between quests. We're between jobs at the moment. And Well, never mind. I wanted to quickly do a soundboard there, but it took way too long to boot up. Even though it was already on, so I don't know why it's named the reboot. Yeah, so I'm probably just going to leave it there, and we will continue the Citadel investigation into Saren's wrongdoings next week. While Shepard tries to make sure that Ashley is not a vampire. Can confirm she has a reflection. We're safe. We're safe for now. I can finally sleep. She scares me. Next time on Mass Effect Monday. Yeah. Well, it's been fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And I gotta go pick up the women. See you next week. Yep, no Sunday stream, because it'll be D&D. And then we'll be back to this. Alright, catch yous later.